SmartDent tutorial video. In this video, I will demonstrate when you take a panoramic image, you're able to view that image in the SmartDent software. This is the software that comes with your X-ray machine. As you are aware, there are 3 softwares that comes with the machine. The first one is going to be Raise Scan, that's an S software. The second one is going to be SmartDent, that's this software, which is a V icon. And the third software is going to be your 3D software, which you're going to choose between the different varieties. Once you've opened up your panoramic image, at the top of your screen you have different modalities that you can use. For example, you can maximize the entire screen if you like, or you can select the ruler tab and you can select length and you can draw from one area to the other. Now, if your line is too thin, like mine's, you have the option to come to the left side and you can make that line much thicker by dragging the ball from the left to the right. You can also change the color of the line as well. There's also an angle measurement, and then next to the angle measurement there is a line, and also if you need to draw, and this is really good for communication purposes to demonstrate to the patient. You can also draw the nerve onto the panorama view by clicking downward. Keep your finger on the left side of your mouse and draw the nerve canal coming downward. Now these are only used as annotation purposes. The text icon allows you to double click and you can type a text onto your image. For the implant tab, you're able to click from the apex of the tooth and you can drag that upward and you're going to be able to place that implant. Coming over to the left side of the software, you're able to adjust the height of the implant, the width of the implant, and also the spruce of the implant as well. You can also change the color of the implant. Next to the implant icon, you have the delete or delete all, which allows you to delete any of the drawings that I just made, or you can delete all of them. The compare icon allows you to compare 2 images. Once you're finished with the comparison of your 2 images, hover over to the left side and select the layout. Currently it's on 2 views. You want to put it back onto 1 view. Once you're finished with that, here's a pretty cool tab which is called Magnify. Magnify allows you to go over any area of the CT or the panoramic image, and you're able to go in and get a microscopic view as to what you're looking at. You can also use your left side of the wheel and you can scroll in to the magnification of the image. Once you're finished, select the icon to deactivate. If it doesn't, come over to the left side and select. That's going to deactivate the task. Next, select Image Profile. Image Profile allows you to draw a line from one area to the other, and what this does is that it picks up the pixels in the image. So the area of the image which is heavily pixelated, it's going to show the graph being much higher. I will demonstrate. As you can see, when I go through my image profile, I'm able to drag my mouse from left to right. And as you can see, when I get to the interproximal region, there is a dip in pixels. So this tells me that there is some form of bone loss going on there. Once you're finished, click to deactivate. If it doesn't, come over to the left side and select. The next icon is going to be Invert. Invert is going to change everything that's white to black. As you can see, I'll do that again. The crown right here on the upper left side is showing white, which is also showing radiolucent. The crown on the upper left side is showing white, which means that it's showing radio opaque. To invert, this will then change from white, which is radio opaque, to radiolucent, which now shows black. Next to that, we can take the overlays that I've drawn. If you would like to take them off, you have the option to click on the eye, which allows you to take those overlays on and off. Next to that, we do have a screen capture or region capture. We can capture the screen as it is, or we can capture a region. If you select region capture, you're able to draw a box around the area that you want to capture the image. Once you're finished, you can save it to your clipboard, which means that you can paste it on a page, which is Microsoft Word or any Microsoft software. And then from there, you can save it to your DB. When you save it to your DB, it's going to show up on the bottom of the patient's listing with their remaining x-rays. I will demonstrate. Now the image that I've screen captured now shows up on the lower left side. Next to this is Memo. Memo allows you to type and save. Once you've saved this, when you open the image one more time, there's now a grid which shows up on the panorama image and it has a note attached to it. Next to that is initialization. Initialization allows you to reconstruct the image back to its original. Initialization allows you to bring the image back to its original viewing density. This is if you had changed any of the gamma on the left side or the sharpness or contrast. You're able to click the initialization and it's going to bring it back to its original state. You can print the image. You can export the image. When you're exporting, select the export tab at the top. Next, because you're exporting a 2D image, I highly suggest JPG. Once you select the tab, click the 3 dots, and from there select where you would like to save your file. Once you've selected where you would like to save your file, select the folder. Now that your pathway is set, select export at the bottom of the page. A cool feature in this is the linkage. Linkage allows you to do an FMX cut. If you select FMX cut, you're able to cut your panoramic image into 18 boxes. I will demonstrate. The fastest and quickest way to do this is to hold this red square and drag it to the right. Ensure that the red line stays within the curvature of the smile. You do have the option to manipulate these boxes by clicking at the top of the screen where it says manual mode, and you're able to rotate or move any of the boxes in any direction. Once you're finished, cancel. Now that your panorama is set up, the next step is to select save on the upper right side. Here you can see your panorama from your images is being cut into an FMX. Once completed, select the word save. Now that your panorama is completed, go ahead and select OK. What this does is that it's going to bring all 18 images back into the software. In order for you to see these images as an FMX, come over to the left side of the software and select Layout. You would now change it from one image to the FMX layout. This will show you your FMX field of view. You can also click the panel with the FMX and you're able to see both your panoramic and your FMX as well.